Guys, those prescription meds you're often told to take by your doctors, I have bad news for you. Chances are they're not doing anything to cure you. Welcome back everyone, it's Leo Gabriel from RevitalizeYourself.com, your go-to source for all things health and wellness. Today we're going to talk about prescription meds. And specifically, when we get prescribed medication, what's the intention of it? Why do we get prescribed medication? At the end of the day, we get prescribed medication or any procedure or any of that kind because there's something wrong with our health. There's an imbalance in our body. There's something our body is no longer capable of doing on its own. So what is happening? We're prescribed medication. For example, we'll use blood pressure and diabetes medication. Once we start developing diabetes, we start becoming pre-diabetic and eventually diabetic. We have to start injecting ourselves with insulin. And the reason for that is because we're consuming too much sugar in our diet. We're not eating a healthy, balanced diet. Or with blood pressure medication, for example. We have to take blood pressure medication because our blood pressure is too high, so we need to lower our blood pressure to protect ourselves from heart disease, stroke, so forth, so on. But what's the commonality with all these medications? What's the commonality you see with a lot of this? A commonality is a lot of these medications, they attack the symptom and not the cause. Yeah, they'll get your blood pressure down. Yeah, they'll add some insulin to help you with your blood sugar control. But they don't address what caused these issues in the first place. And almost always what causes these issues is poor diet, poor lifestyle choices. If you have high blood pressure, rather than resulting to these pills that have all these side effects, result to changing your lifestyle. Eat healthier foods. Find some natural means of coping with stress, whether that's with yoga, meditation, exercise helps with stress. All these other things help lower blood pressure. Consuming a healthier diet helps lower blood pressure. Consuming fewer processed carbs, a lot less sugar, more healthy fats, more proteins, more fibrous carbohydrates. That helps us with our diabetes. That helps us reverse diabetes, helps us reverse pre-diabetes, helps our body get our insulin levels under control. Because yes, weight gain is calories in, calories out. Health does come down to that in some instances, but it can also come down to hormonal issues. If we have too much cortisol, too much stress, that's going to cause high blood pressure. Getting that down through natural means, such as good diet, through exercise, that's going to help us a whole lot more than popping pills. These pills that we're using, these injections that we're giving ourselves, they're fighting the symptom and not the cause. Yeah, pharmaceutical companies want to tell you that the most important thing you can do for your health is to stay on your medication. Well, I would like to argue that one of the best things you can do for your health is to actually find a way to wean yourself off of these medications. Wean yourself off of thyroid pills, high blood pressure pills. Wean yourself off of these insulin injections. Obviously do it by coordinating with your doctor and figuring out how you're going to do that by adjusting your lifestyle choices. Saying, I'm going to eat less sugar, therefore I'm going to lower my insulin dose. I'm going to start meditating more. I'm going to go for a walk every lunch hour during work. That way I won't need these high blood pressure pills. I'll quit smoking. I'll drink less. I'll do all these things so I don't need these medications. Speak with your doctor and try to get yourself off these pills, because these pharmaceutical companies, they want you on these pills. They want you addicted to these drugs. They want you to choose medication and procedures and injections over positive lifestyle choices. It's a lot easier to go that route than it is to get your head in the game, do some exercising, change your diet. However, it doesn't have to be, because once you make these positive lifestyle choices, you start to enjoy them. No person who's found a healthy relationship with food, with exercise, that's been able to wean themselves off of drugs, that's been able to wean themselves off of these prescription meds, all these other things. No person who's done that is able to do it because they feel deprived. If you feel deprived about the new foods that you eat, if you feel that each exercise is torture and not fun, not a good dose of adrenaline, a good dose of endorphins, if you feel that way, then you're not going to be maintaining that lifestyle for very long. So finding a good lifestyle does not have to be hard. It's got to be enjoyable. You got to find healthy foods that you enjoy, healthy foods that you love to incorporate in your diet. Find some ways to make food taste better by learning how to cook better. Things like that will help us get overall more and more healthy, not continuing to stay on these prescription meds. So yes, while these pharmaceutical companies will argue that the best thing you can do is to stay on your prescription meds, to stay on meds, to make sure you're taking your medications, make sure you're going to all your checkups, so forth, so on. I would argue that the reason you're on these medications is because you're not healthy, because you're not making the right lifestyle choices. But that's okay. You have the ability to turn around, but it starts with you. So, do yourself a favor. Get off the drugs. Not just the street drugs, I mean the prescription drugs. Because if you're on these medications, That means something is wrong with your body, but that doesn't mean that that's not something you can't turn around through positive lifestyle changes. Guys, I hope you found this video inspirational and motivational. You don't need to be hooked on a medication for the rest of your life. Just because your doctor or someone prescribes you blood pressure pills or insulin injections, whatever it is that they prescribe you, try to find a way to avoid it, because every drug has a side effect, and if we're using drugs, what we're really doing is fighting a symptom, not the cause. When we get a filling, we're not addressing the cause of a periodontal disease. When we get a bypass, we're not addressing the cause of a heart disease. We're just opening up the artery. We're just basically bypassing it. We're addressing the symptom, not the cause. If you want to address the cause of all these issues, it starts with what we do on a daily basis, what we eat, how often we exercise, how our stress control is, our sleep. All these things matter when it comes to fighting the actual cause of these issues. Medications are only going to fight the symptoms. They're not going to fight the cause. Guys, if you're looking for a way to get back on track, if you're looking for a way to make positive health choices that'll help address not the symptom, but the cause of all your health problems, check out revitalizeyourself.com. We have good programs that'll help get you there. They'll help get you on the right track to making positive lifestyle choices that can help get you off of these terrible prescription medications. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.